Here we go. It is day 18 of the Dale Carnegie 30-Day Challenge. If you're just discovering the challenge now, might I recommend that you watch a video called Dale Carnegie 30-Day Challenge Introduction and start today with principle number 1. The principle we're applying today, principle number 18, is be sympathetic with the other person's ideas and desires. It's one thing to put ourselves in somebody else's shoes and try honestly to see things from their point of view. It's another thing entirely to sympathize and express it. People don't just want to be heard, they want to be understood. They want to be gotten, like where we really get them. Like where they feel beyond the shadow of a doubt, they know that we fully grasp their point of view and the state that they're in. That is a great gift that we can give to someone, and that is sympathizing. And for most of us, that takes awareness and practice. So for the awareness, here's an important distinction. This is not just listening. There are actually 5 different levels of listening, and this is the deepest of them. On the surface, superficially, we can either pretend to listen to someone, or we can flat out ignore them. And that's 2. A third level of listening that's deeper, slightly deeper, is what we call selective listening. This is where we are listening for what we want to hear and waiting for our turn to speak. I'm sure you've never done that. I know I have. And you may have heard of something called attentive or active listening. This is where we're really listening for what the person is saying, and we're also exhibiting visual and verbal cues that demonstrate that the person has our full attention. You know, like nodding our head and saying, mm-hmm. So I'm sure, many of us have heard of that. And there is another listening level that is deeper still, which takes a tremendous amount of compassion, patience, and mindfulness. And that is empathetic listening. This is where we are fully present with the person. We are immersed in their world, and we are listening with no judgment, not only for what the person is saying, but for what is behind what the person is saying. For example, in a sales conversation several weeks ago, I was at the prospect's home, a very nice condo, and he was talking to me about his work. This man is he's self-employed. I would say he's quite successful. And he was talking about his work. He does good work, and it requires him to travel quite a lot. And he started to get into how it can sometimes be stressful and feeling like he doesn't have enough time. He also talked about how he wants to charge more for his time, but he doesn't know if his clients will pay it. And he's been charging the same thing for a long time. And at one point he mentioned very briefly that his wife is sick and in the hospital, and that this is something long-term. And listening empathetically, I was able to piece all of this together and sympathize. And when he was finished, I said, so if I heard you correctly, you want to manage your stress and build your confidence so you can be paid what you're really worth. And you want to work less so that you could spend more time with your wife. Did I get that right? And if you would have been standing in that beautiful condo with us, you would have seen him melt with a smile and a sigh and look at me like he just came out of a bubble and was seeing me for the first time. And then he said, "Hey, you're a good listener." And I don't need to tell you, we will be doing business together. In your interactions today, get present. Practice empathetic listening. Be sympathetic with the other person's ideas and desires. They will know that you have fully grasped their point of view without judgment, and they will happily work with you. Please like and share this important message, this video, with the people in your circles. It will make a huge difference to them. And if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to this video channel so you could be notified when future videos are posted. This is the Dale Carnegie 30-Day Challenge. My name is Oren Weintraub, Looking forward to seeing you tomorrow for Principle 19.